Welcome to the Be Your Best Self Life Planning Series. I'm your host Lakita Brooks, LCSW. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So thank you so much for tuning in today here, LCN Enterprise Facebook Live. So today's topic is about how I'm rebranding my business with less than $20. Yes, you heard me, like less than $20. So last week, I talked about really taking the time to focus in on one product, one product alone, and that is Youth Source. That's going to be our Youth Source centers, our academy, mentors, and economy teaching finance. So focusing on that one thing. But the dilemma is, oh my gosh, I already have a business, LC Enterprise, I have a website, I have hosting and all these different things. So over this past week, my goal, as we talked about last week, is to solely focus on the marketing for Youth Source. So as I started working on the marketing and my wording and how I'm going to set everything up, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need a new website. Then I started reaching out to people about pricing. Oh my gosh, the prices varied extremely from like $300 to $2,000. Then I started looking at consultants to help me with my wording. And oh my gosh, I found a person, they were like $197, which is not a bad price. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I have all these different marketing things I need to get done for Youth Source, and it can cost oodles of dollars. So I'm in these really rock star groups, one by Datisha Seymour with Build and Invent. Basically, it's about how to get your inventions out there, the whole process of it, and also Overthink Academy. So in those two groups, thank goodness for awesome Facebook groups that really put things in perspective when you need some perspective, because it was becoming a little overwhelming with the whole rebranding process, all the expenses, and just everything. So at the end of the day, I'll still have LC Enterprise, but I'm focusing on Youth Source. So in both of those groups, Datisha talked about different things not to do and how not to spend a whole lot of money at the very beginning. She's like, oh my goodness, why are you going to spend like all this money on getting a website and all these different things? Not saying they're not important, but why spend all this money on the front end and you don't even know people are going to love your product and they are going to buy it? So she recommended just doing a one-pager. And even in Rohan's group, he talked about like not all the things not to do when you're rebranding, or even for him, it's more so focused on how to launch a business in 30 days. So I started thinking, I'm like, okay, what do I already have that can be used so then I'm not spending thousands of dollars on rebranding? So I decided I'm going to buy a new domain, which was through GoDaddy, for youthsource.us, because others were already taken. So I bought the domain youthsource.us, and I'm redirecting that domain to a page that's already on my lcnenterprise.com website. So and I also bought a logo through Fiverr for $5. Is it the most extravagant and gorgeous logo ever? It's not, but it serves its purpose for right now. And as I grow with Youth Source and the Academy and get, more buy-in and just more things going on and funding to support this cause with developing our teams with life skills, career-specific mentors, and career plans. And let's not forget all the wraparound services and coordination with other individuals that's connected to them. So that's how I'm doing it with less than $20. So if you have an idea that you want to get started, if you already have a running website and you're already paying for hosting, those are a few things you can do to save a few dollars on the front end And as the business grows and develops into what you need it to be, and as it starts generating money, then if you want to do a all-out $2,000 website and all that stuff, do it then. And you're probably thinking, why in the world is Lakita talking about this on the Be Your Best Self Life Planning Series? And it's because, for me, being my best self is actually living that life and having the quality of life that I desire for myself and my daughter. And in order to do that, my goal is to have a location independent business that I run full time, no matter where I decide to live. No matter if I want to stay in the U.S., travel international, whatever, being able to do that. And with developing different products like youth stores and having the capacity to hire others to run the business, then that could afford me that opportunity. So for me, part of being my best self is having that life that I desire and being on my own terms, when I want to get up, how I want to do it, and I can just be this awesome, creative, visionary being. So for you, your Be Your Best Self might be something different. But whatever it is, as we're closing out 2017, make sure you really take the time to reflect on what has happened over this year and what would you like for your life to look like in 2018, and to start working on that now. I'm working on it, and I encourage you to do the same. So you can rebrand with less than $20. Until next week, be your best self. I will include the links in the description for the different groups I've talked about, and also the video from last week that's uploaded to YouTube. Check me out next week, LC and Enterprise Facebook Live. And once again, be your best